Hello all. I wanted to take a moment here to discuss kind of a unique thing that we're working with, especially with the Brownsboro and Van campuses, along with Brad Robertson and Carla Rainey, which is a face-to-face educational leadership cohort. First of all, my name is Wes Hickey. I'm the Dean of the College of Education and Psychology here at UT Tyler. Formerly a part of the Educational Leadership Program, had been a professor and chair in there a few years back. But had been contacted in regard to creating a face-to-face cohort. And I think there's a lot of benefits to that. Online is kind of the way everyone does it now, including us. We do that as well. But there's something about being able to network and work with others that I think is really important. And I know that throughout my education I did a lot of that. And so having the opportunity to provide this on the Brownsboro and Van campuses I think is great. So what we're talking about is that having a meeting every Wednesday night from about 5 to 9 p.m. And so that would be 2 courses during that time. So you'd spend about 5 to 7 in one of them, 7 to 9 in the other. There might be a little bit of online work. A typical class is going to last around 2 hours and 40 minutes a week. So there might be a little bit of online with Canvas. Easy enough to do. It won't be something that'll be onerous, but we want to make sure that we cover everything we need to cover. And then what you'll do is that in the spring you'll take 6 semester credit hours, summer 6 semester credit hours. The next fall of 23, you'll take 9 semester credit hours because you'll have your 2 traditional classes and a practicum. Now the practicum will continue to have work that you'll be doing online, but I also think we can do a lot of preparation for some of that both in the spring and the summer. And it's very likely that I'll be teaching at least one of those courses through that. So you'll have the practicum in the fall, you'll have in the spring another practicum along with 2 more courses, and you'll be done. A couple of things to think about on there is the certification exams, and you'll talk about that later on, but you take a written certification exam called the Texas 268, I believe is the number that goes with it. It's around 95 to 100 questions long. Most of them are multiple choice questions, but there is a constructed response section. There's a video to watch and respond to section. So you have a lot of that on that test. But you also have what they know as the PASL, the Performance Assessment of School Leaders, where it is in many ways a writing exercise, but it really looks at how well you can handle a problem of practice on your campus. And so you'll be working on that ahead of time because you'll do an action research project as well. So you'll be well prepared for that when it comes around. And we'll talk about the best time to do that as we get further and closer to it. So the earliest you would do it would be fall, but you might want to wait till spring, but we'll talk about that at a different date. Course rotation, just for your information, block 1 would start in the spring. And so you see there that you have the 2 courses right there, block 2 during the summer, block 3 next fall, and block 4 next spring. So the program takes 4 semesters, 30 semester credit hour program, and you get your master's degree. The cost is very competitive with anybody you find in the state. Right now it is set at about $7,860. I expect, in all honesty, there to be some mild increases in that over the next couple of years. This is a great time to jump in and try to get it at this cost. You're going to be hard-pressed to find anybody that's less expensive, because I think that we're one of the top programs in the state. We do well in just about everything we do, but we keep our costs very low. So it's a good time to look at that. A couple of things real quick is that on the online masters, that the admission deadline for spring is December 20th, but I would recommend starting earlier than that, because if you don't have your last 60 hours GPA is not over 3.25, you're going to have to take the GRE. And so you want to make sure you have enough time to get everything done you need to get done. And so there's various things from transcripts to service records, to taking a little survey, to various things that are part of the admission process. So you want to get started on that as soon as you possibly can. I mentioned there too the other associated fees, and you see down there it talks about the Texas 268. It talks about the PASL, and then there's also, as part of the preparation in one of the courses, there's a registration fee for Certified Teacher Program that just kind of helps you get prepped for these other areas you have right here. So admission requirements, talked a little bit about this. You have to hold a bachelor's degree from an accredited institution. Submit official graduate record examination scores obtained within the last 5 years. If you have a GPA of 3.25 over the last 60 hours, you are waived on having to do that. You need to be a Texas teacher certified individual, have 2 years of TEA creditable teaching experience, minimum GPA of 2.5. Hopefully you've got the 3.25. You don't have to worry about it, but you have that, and then you've got to complete the admission process. The admission process is online. There'll be a flyer going around that will be able to give you more information on that when you look at it. All right, so that is about everything I have right here. There's going to be some follow-up Zoom and probably face-to-face meetings where I'll be able to answer a lot of the questions when they come up. And so I look forward to meeting everybody and hope we have a great turnout.